Okay, so I'm hoping this picks up as far as quality goes. I can't really test it, which is what really irritates me, because sometimes I think that tells porkies. It's not as bad as it makes out. But we'll soon see. I'm surprised Forest are the ones leading. It's not like they're a bad team, it's just I'm surprised. Huh. Okay. I'm guessing that was the last game. Well, everybody seems happy. And the stream quality's good, so I'm feeling happy leaving that there. Now, when we played Sheffield United in real life, I couldn't help but think, why didn't we do a matchup? Try and go like for like. So, that's my plan here. But the question is, how do I do it? I think that might be the way. Anything gives me a chance to rotate, so let's see. Edwards. Put Bruno in. Put Bojan in. Put a Phobie and Crouch, which is a little awkward, but brush past that for a moment. Who else can I should put in? Yeah, Fletcher. I'd rather avoid Adams. Let's try Sorensen. And at that point, I'm thinking that doesn't work. So there we go, Klukas. I think the rest works okay. So let's see. Let's trade out. Let's get Ince on the bench. That's a must. And yeah, let's put Bauer on the bench. That should be enough cover, so let's just check the squad roles. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let Bojan take everything. And yeah. That should be a good starting point at least. For me, that was what he should have done, at least at some point. It would have given him a reason to put Bojan in, get the fans on side, but how they play through at the back, it would have been a good counter. Or at least matching up shapes. I'm not used to watching this.
Sheffield United in our match today against Stoke City. This is the line-up for the home side. Well, we put it up and what looks very defensive, but there's flexibility, isn't there, in the side?
Yeah, and I think with the shape, so much depends on the wing backs, how much they
Okay.
what they can do when they do get forward.
I know this hasn't worked.
Big reshuffle for Stoke today.
It does it every time. Look at that. In what God's green earth do I want Fletcher at left wing back? And was that Peters in? No, it was Martin's Indian midfield. This is such a bugged game, it's unbelievable.
Rounded off the team with these two strikers. Bojan.
It's not even a bug game, it's a bug game mode.
Good football between these two. Nice passing. What we've got in this game, Alan, is a visiting team that won't be fazed by the atmosphere in this ground because they know they can defend.
No, I think the home side will have to produce something special to break through this defence.
There's good progress with this.
Yeah, that one a great. It's got to be said. I know I've done this 3 nights in a row, Stoke City special, but for me, it is. I'm not planning on doing this for a few months now, after tonight. Let the squads update, then see how I feel.
Throws come up now after the ball's gone out. That's his game, isn't it? Intercepting.
Crouch closing down.
Patience is the name of the game at the moment. Return pass.
Oh,
I think there'll be a few more to come. How about that for a goal?
Well, he could hardly miss that. From the right wing, that was a perfect delivery.
And they got their reward for it.
shame Bill Sharp hasn't got a better face scan.
It's Sheffield United in front.
He's been around the block that long.
Peter Crouch. Fletcher.
Oh, come on. Really?
Did the direction of the pass and was able to intervene. Now Billy Sharp. Cleared away by the defender. Clark. Golden. These two have got a great understanding with their passing. Very skilled. His passes may look easy, but the work off the ball is very important.
Wow, okay.
Getting the ball back and thinking attack straight away. Plenty of width for the team to attack into. This could bring them.
Oh.
But he's missed it.
Oh, he had
Hey, Buxter. You alright?
one of this.
I really thought I was going to get a good little volley there. Ah.
And he just seems to pick
And I know it's Fletcher, but
what a chance.
the position just seemed good. It's like one of those where you think, he's going to hit this on the volley.
Peter Crouch. Crouch.
Oh, you little swine.
He's just found an opponent.
How you doing anyway, Buxter?
Now they've got a chance in this
Ooh.
trying to get the ball. Looking for teammates in the middle.
There are times when I'm playing as Stoke, I feel like I've got to channel a bit of Gandalf. You shall not pass.
Peter Crouch.
Yeah, I'm good. You finally finished school. I'm going to say,
For the throw-in.
I wasn't sure if they were off today or off like a few days ago.
Just a mistake, really. Not even asked too much of the opponent.
I had a feeling there was still a few days to go, but I wasn't sure.
Good vision to be able to switch the play there. Darren Fletcher. Bojan.
I'll put it like this, I was out of the house, well, when I say out of the house, I was coming home at about 8:30 this morning, and I was like, wow, the streets are busy. You know, it's a bit busy for just work traffic.
Cutting back, looking for a
Oh,
I'd like to see this from a referee playing the advantage. Neatly intercepted.
very bad at first time passing this. Just found out if you lay all your DNA out, it'll reach to Pluto and back. I remember that one. I remember something about the small intestine can go across a football pitch.
Still passing, not really making inroads. Here's Edwards.
It seems to be a science thing. If they want to try and get you to remember something, they tell you gory fact related to it.
Fletcher guiding it through the defenders.
Oh, come on, pen. Oh,
Well, they have cleared the danger. It was a decent opportunity, I think.
how was that not a pen?
It's gone out of play there. Having played the
What's, what did I do?
That he could have blown for.
Is this ref having a laugh?
Yellow card.
Yeah, I wonder whether he thought he
I don't even get a replay.
was allowed to go on, but no, he sees yellow.
Could get the ball into the box now. Compliment the defender, but not the player trying to cross it. Norwood.
I don't know. This game at times, I tell you,
Oliver Norwood.
can wind you up without trying.
The right man can show his skills here. Trying to find a way through here. Floating away. The crowd maybe expected a bit more, but it's 2 added minutes. Norwood. Bit of space to go forward into with the ball. He's given possession away here.
Simulation. I honestly don't know, but that ref's. Oh.
Good first half.
I mean, if anything, I'm looking at the Aphobia one and thinking, I was brought down. I certainly felt like it anyway. Kicking and screaming, get back on my feet fast.
Of the second half for you. Bojan.
Right, so Peters a run on, but no one's with him.
Good interception.
The right hand side was empty.
And it's Fletcher. There's a chance to go down the outside of the opposition.
With a shot, however bad it was.
Basham. Here's a chance to stretch the opposition with a bit of width. The opposition will get a throw here because they've tried to play it into the wide areas. They couldn't find the player that they were trying to pick out.
Come on, off on your bike, Aka. That's it.
He's got some room out here in the wide position.
Alright, I'll take that one.
He can cut it back now. Got to
Oh,
What a stop!
I can't believe you predicted another 1-1. Even Brentford, who had won the last 10, beat them. That's just sort of how I feel with Stoke. You know, if you think they're going to win, chances are they're going to not win. So I'd rather not think they're going to win and they prove me wrong.
played into the middle. Crouch.
Oh, come on.
Back into play. And it is a goal kick.
I'm not getting any luck here.
Agony etched on the player's face when he was denied what was a great effort.
How far off was it? Oh, just needed a bit of height. But like this, I did specify that I do believe out of these upcoming games, we should get 9 points. It's just a lack of belief about whether we will.
To get some width into this attack.
And to be fair, if we beat Millwall, I'll be more confident going into the Birmingham and Bolton games. Oh, this is what really gets me. I think to myself, I'm getting crossbars and all sorts. They just get fluky shots.
But if you keep going in area, the ball will drop for you, and it dropped perfectly for him.
I think that's the lesson to anybody enduring a goal. Keep getting into the positions in the 18-yard, in the 6-yard box, and you will score.
If there were any justice, that would have gone over. Would have gone sky high.
Just widen the margin here to 2-0. Well, we're 2/3 of the way through the 90 minutes, half an hour to go.
I'm gonna have to make a change.
Now Billy Sharp.
Okay, so let's look at what we've got, and then I can work with what I need to change. Eek. Not a lot of great options here. I think that's about as good as I can do it. What's annoying is that even if we'd won, we'd only be like 10th or 9th, whereas if we won at the start, we would have gone up a few places. Are you done back with the Villa game? Because I get it, you know, it is frustrating when you drop points. Oh, you... Oh! Come on, let's see if we can get a consolation.
The two players are warming up for the home team. We'll see who comes off. That's safely away. Getting the ball back and thinking attack straight away.
This is as bad as it could have gone on when we actually did play him.
Oh, mistake by the goalkeeper.
How we got a draw that night, I think even the players might still be questioning it. Hi Ken,
Corner, the ball just deflected behind.
how you doing? Oh, camera there.
Put the corner in the middle. Good defending at the front.
Okay.
Such a good corner. Looking to use full width of the pitch in this attack.
Oh, come on, I didn't pass it there. I was trying to play it out to Ince.
And it's O'Connor. Just a quick check on the clock, and there are 20 minutes to go. Got some strength, hasn't he? To field the ball like that.
I tell you what, this game has really annoyed me.
Making this change here. Substitution will take place.
Well, he's done his bit.
If ever there was a time I've thought of scripting, it's in games like this.
Now they've got a chance in this part of the pitch.
You know, all my half chances, if you want to call them that, they've all sort of gone on the bar or been saved, you know, and you think, you just need a bit of luck.
James McLean. Just changes feet. Washington. They can be quick on the break now. That's a missed opportunity on the counter-attack.
Oh, come on, Bo.
Wonderful chance.
Oh,
They've got it there. Sheffield United, the blades with the sharpest of cutting edges. Great surprise, really, because we thought that they might be blunted here, but they turned on the style, and that's reflected on the scoreline. Amazing, really.
oh, that's not too bad.
Real opening for him. He's blocked
Should have done more with it, but not too bad.
James McLean. Great chance.
Oh!
As far wide as he was far out.
Putting his laces to it.
Good vision. They set it up well for the cross. It's an excellent cross. Defended well. Ince.
Can I get it? No, I can't. Managed to buy the match pass with VPN for tomorrow, by the way. Not bad for a £5. Well, if you think it's worth it, you know.
And it's O'Connor.
I mean, I hope it's a good game.
It has been the case of the die being cast pretty early in this football match. And we've known who's going to win for a long time now. It has been very one-sided.
Ooh.
Got there first. Threads it through.
Bojan's on his last legs.
Delivered into the box. Safe hands from the goalkeeper there. Not the most demanding save, but it had to be made.
Yeah, easy though to take it a little easy, take your eye off the ball.
Slipped through. Brilliant pass. Can he finish it?
Ah.
Was a back your cheeks moment and phew.
Imagine though if we lose like 4-0. I certainly won't be telling you get one of. Well, I didn't tell you anyway, but I wouldn't be encouraging you again to get one of them. Oh.
Sharp reactions from close in. Well, they line up for the corner. Corner swung in, cleared away by the defender. Corner played in. This might be it. They've come off the goalkeeper, still in play. Maybe the cross
That was terrible.
is over. Is it a case of back to the drawing board after a defeat like this?
I think that's how we were all hoping this season would be. Like, yeah, we'd have bad losses against the good teams, but then you'd have like good, consistent results against the lesser teams. And I think it just shows this league isn't that simple. I'm not surprised, but equally it's disappointing. Well, I got one for the Vale game and we lost 4-0. I was just going to say that's a bad omen. I mean, I've got respect for Millwall's side, but like you say, they aren't in good form, so it is going to be very awkward if they come here and get a result. Let's put Bauer on the bench again. Just mix things up a little bit. Put Timon. Juve Campbell. One more. Put Ollie on. Ollie Oxenfree. Yeah, that's alright with me, that. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. They better play some good Christmas music like Villa did. I didn't know they did. Hey Ken, thanks for the... Well, I think you've gone, but thanks for the subscription. Just have a little pop-up in my corner. I'm going to have to get the actual normal one on this stream. You still have a lot of games to play. You're only on Bristol, I know. If I'm right, I did 3 last night, so this should be the last one for yesterday. But I think I've got another 5 after that. It might be 6. I just hope I can get a win in this one, because if anything, I don't want to lose 2 back-to-back.
Game today, Bristol City against Stoke City. And this is today's starting lineup for the home team. 2 backs of 4, 4-4-2.
Yeah, how it always used to be. Don't see it quite so often these days, but that's a classic formation and really capable of causing problems here today.
I'm wondering if the game's putting up a bit of a fight about the fact that Kluka shouldn't be at left back. He seems quite bad positionally so far.
Probing away, trying to find room for a shot maybe. He could cross it from here. Now Kelly. Keep moving the ball here.
Ooh, come on.
That could have... Well, it was a bit desperate, but what a good challenge.
Ooh.
The league table,
Would have been a bad pass anyway, but still.
Stoke City fans.
You still doing them all today? Yeah, that's the plan.
Strong contenders, team to beat, but they've been rough. Got his shot on now.
Oh.
Goal! Well, he put it away brilliantly.
That is the utter ball I'm talking about.
They reacted perfectly. Really sharp.
Like Butler going all that way and someone not following the ball.
I doubt in his career he's ever had a more strategic score.
Just means you're chasing straight away.
Bulged.
Well, I have seen them missed from that kind of range with the goal going in, but
Tell you what, how I'm going on, I'll probably end up in 10th. Or wherever we are right now. 11th.
And that has opened the scoring.
Absolute rubbish, that goal.
Woods. Well, it's a pretty robust start to the game. It's certainly a foul, but the referee's kept his cards in his pocket. Now it goes into the wider areas where they've got a winger waiting. Woods. Made sure the pass wasn't completed.
Oh, come on.
It's Webster. Maybe just missed.
It's where I really feel bad when I call scripting, but I can't help but look at it and think, come on, seriously, 2 games I've played and 2 have had goals like that.
It's Smith.
On FIFA, calling scripting is like, you know, saying, yeah, but it's all loser and all that, but
But this is promising.
it's a mick take.
Andreas Wein is right. Smith. Working the ball around, working the opposition around.
Oh, come on, I thought you got that.
And Smith. Chance to cross it.
Oh,
Allen.
right, now come on, there's got to be space. Oh,
Andreas Wein.
he turns to that Mark Goldbridge guy. I'll tell you what, when it becomes like this, I feel like I am.
And Smith. That's good support play from his teammates. Put in from the wide area.
I know I'm not a good player, or that great a player, or whatever you want to say. So I can put up with some goals in the sense of, you know what, yeah, you passed through me there, that's bad. But
Get the ball in the box.
some are just utter bull.
Defensive clearance there. To Allen. Good position. They've worked this attack very well to a quite a dangerous position now. Equaliser here.
Oh, about time.
The goal. And we are all square once more. What a game this is turning out to be.
Hey.
Really on form and really contributing to the entertainment.
That was a fluke in itself.
Himself for this, but it looked a good finish even though he did get a touch.
yeah, he's getting a few stares off his defenders. They thought he should have done better.
I managed to get that through 2 or 3, I don't know.
Wants to see his team have bounce back ability, as we say, and he's just seen that from his players.
So away we go.
Oh, bad ball.
In powerfully there. Tebo. Woods. Just worried about the rain only in that it's impairing a bit our visibility of the position down there on the pitch.
Whew.
It's nice and dry up here, but unlike the players, it will be pretty wet after 5 minutes.
And that's across the field to try and switch the play. That's a good spot by the defender.
I've got to say, I'm watching what that Mark Goldbridge has been like this week with all the Mourinho and Solskjaer stuff. I saw a video of him when Van Hull got the sack.
Woods. Tebo.
I mean, that was gold in itself.
Position. And then in the middle, frustrated because that cross has gone straight behind. Woods. Allen.
Oh, come on. Show a bit of strength. He's delighted he hates Jose. I mean, to be fair, I don't think there are many United fans crying over it, but... or many, if any, should I say, but... you know what I mean? It's like different levels of reaction. It's like there's a big FIFA YouTuber, Cutsy, and he's been saying it's the happiest he's felt in years. And I'm thinking, wow.
To put them in front. Wonderful save. Corner for Stoke City. Corner played in. Well, that's good defending. Well, they're sitting off the opposition here. That can invite pressure.
Oh, that was bad dribbling.
Joe Allen. Put into the middle.
Oh,
Just wide. Yeah, he did time it well there. Bit unfortunate.
I saw something, I think it was on Twitter, and it was about all this Jose stuff and the other one, Ole Gunnar. And someone said in a 30-minute press conference, Solskjaer smiled more than Mourinho did in 2.5 years in charge there. And I can believe that without a shadow of doubt. The only time I've seen Mourinho smile in the last 2.5 years was when he was doing a comic relief bit, I think it was, with John Bishop.
The second half.
And in that, they were trying not to laugh.
Joe Allen. Woods. A lot of defenders between them and the goal, but they still got the ball. And they get it away.
He just did not seem happy from minute one of getting there.
Referee's done extremely well to judge it like that. He can play the advantage. Ince. Woods.
Can't say I'd like working for him if that's what he was like.
Sharp movement.
No, once they got rid of him
I think that's a
in the end.
Isn't it Allen from him in the first half?
Yeah, he stepped up to the mark in that first half, just when his team needed him, just when they were searching for an equaliser. Interested to see how the second half pans out now.
Smith. Andreas Weimann. Very straightforward save for the
Go on Discord after the game, I want your opinion on something. Sure.
Could get some news on the injury. I think Jeff Shreves is on the case.
He actually went right over on his ankle, but he just carried on. So I think it's unlikely to force him off the field.
Jeff Shreves there, right down on the touchline. So Jeff, thanks for that.
Let's see if we can get to the other wing.
Next game, Alan, any thoughts?
Oh,
Middlesbrough, their next match in the Championship.
Probing with the pass. Eteba.
wow.
Oh, how cheeky is that?
I honestly thought I'd miss my chance there. I love it when I press random and it does something really random. How do you make the keeper put the ball on the ground? Triangle. Oh, triangle for me, so that's Y for you? Try and think, is it A? Is yours X, Y, A, B? It's the top one anyway.
Stoke City in the lead.
Also, Etebo at the double. That's something I'd love to see in real life. I think he's a better defensive midfielder than a forward-thinking one, despite what other people think.
Taylor. And Smith. Pisano. Space to cross the ball now. Striding forward, purposefully.
Wow, I'm getting injuries left, right and centre.
On the home bench, a substitute is clearly getting ready
Even if they're only minor, it's annoying.
Anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene.
X is left, Y is up, B is right, A is down.
Got some strength, hasn't he, to shield the ball like that.
While up was Y, so that'll be it.
Here's a chance to go down the outside of the opposition. Time to get the ball in. All about picking the right pass now as he cuts it back. Well, that could be the insurance goal here.
I'm actually doing the show respect one now because I think I've been moaning about them goals.
That's the word on the goal scorer. You have to get there to get the chance. Credit him for that.
Well, I think the keeper, you know, he's entitled to why his defenders didn't react as quickly as the goal scorer. He'd done his bit.
Let's make a sub. Let's let Joe have a rest after that injury. Give Ollie a run out. Let's give Juve a run out. And yeah, go on Fletcher. Actually, no, I'll swap that. Let's put Klukas on. And we'll have... Ooh, Timon or Bauer? I think Bauer. Martina can play left back. What does this signature celebration do? It's essentially whatever the player's famous for if they've got one. So it's like Ronaldo will do his, puff his chest out one, and I'm trying to think if Alan Shearer had been in the game, he'd have just gone like that, Just basically whatever the signature is. Not all of them will have one, like I say. If you do it for Jesse Lingard, he'd do that. Well, actually, I don't know what he'd do. He used to do the flute one, but I think they've altered that to whatever he does in real life now. Years ago, Pogba did the dab.
Andreas Weimann. Well, that's gone back there to the young goalkeeper, Jack Butland. It's one back. He's got away from him. Got his shot off now. Trying to find a way through here, probing away. The game can be influenced so often by substitutes. The home team are going to perhaps gamble on that working for them now. Opportunity to cross it now. Pisano.
Oh, come on, you're blocking me.
Someone in the centre. That's the keeper. Might be a free kick. Yeah, the referee signalling for the substitution to take place now. He's going to go off, and he's going to go off to a huge ovation.
Yeah, and look at him. He's lapping it up. And why wouldn't he? He's putting an awful lot of effort here. Quality.
Marlon Pack. Andreas Weimann.
Okay.
Had to clear it even
I was trying to head that back to Butland, and instead I concede a corner.
on the bench for the
Granted, you can't win every header, but still, that is like, okay.
in goes the corner. Not really away, poor clearance. Woods. Now the countdown is to 10 minutes left. A quick break.
Ooh,
Beyond those in the middle for a throw.
I'll take a corner.
Stoke's corner. What a good player we knew he was before the game started. He's just emphasised that in this performance. Joe!
Ooh,
He used the inside of his head well, but not the outside.
that's why Mum doesn't like Juve.
Fine, that one.
Now right. Marlon Pack. His right. That's very good shielding of the ball. Andreas Weimann.
Come on, press me. Go on, I dare you.
High and long from the goalkeeper's kick. Spotted that well, intercepted. A space to get the cross in.
Ah, that was terrible.
That's an excellent cross. And he banked it away. And the decision for the added time is 3 minutes. Is right. Marlon Pack. Pisano.
Hang on a sec. I read like a bit of each one of them messages, so hang on, there we go. I really want to batter a team like 3 or 4-0, even if it's unexpected. Tell John I wish her a Merry Christmas when you go, and you, of course. Yeah, I'll make sure I wish her that. I'm going to say, what do you call it? As far as battering a team, I think at the upcoming 3 anyway, that's the game to try it, because Birmingham at St Andrews, I always worry about it. They're a very odd team there, and I've got bad memories of going to Bolton and try and get a result there. So yeah, I think this game's the one where if you want that, I'd hope for it in this game. And of course, Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. I've managed to get 2 of me Christmas videos sorted, which one of them I've been working at for a month and a half now. The first one's just to sell it. Hey Thomas, Barkusen in January. I'm just trying to think. I know Barkusen. Let's search for him a second, because I need to remember who he is. There we go. Ah, yeah, from Preston. I vaguely remember him from earlier in the season. I'm going to say, I'd have to have a look into him, because I've not seen Barkusen live through. Well, I haven't seen him live since August. So if Preston are on tally, I'll have to have a look just see what he's like. Add him to the shortlist though. I swear if we lose 1-0 against Birmingham again, I'm going to be so annoyed. Are you streaming on Monday? I'm guessing not Tuesday. No, I'm not streaming Monday or Tuesday. Monday I've got a Hitman Christmas video out. Tuesday I've finished today it's a Hitman video that's going to be 1 hour 50 minutes long. It's got all the cutscenes and everything, so that Matt explained the padding, but yeah, it's a bumper one, should I say. Wednesday I'd got a video in mind, but I don't think I'm going to get that done in time, so I might do a live stream then. Well, saying that though, that might be when we'll release the mid-season review for this, which is what all these clips are going towards. Speaking of which. So yeah. Oh, was Joe out for 2 months? Ouch. So yeah, that's the general plan. Then Thursday and Friday back to normal, so do Battlefront Thursday and something else on Friday. I definitely remember Paul Gallagher. Yeah, he was a bit of a pain in that Preston game. He's good on FIFA as well, pacey and a long throw. Okay. I mean, pace is always handy, and to be honest, that's something Stoke need in general, so yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Can I check Discord? Oh, sure, hang on. I'm not sure if I've actually copied the link yet. Just for, do that. It's the trouble with how I've had to set this all up. Got that many wires underneath my desk. If I just lose my grip like that, everything starts falling. Right, let's get Discord up. If anything, I want to add the link to the channel description. You know, I just saw a bunch of memes then, and I thought, is that you? And then it's like, no, that's another server I'm on. Hey, Tom Ince. Yeah, Gallagher used to play for us. Going to say, I actually remember Gallagher from then because he was a handy player, shall we call it. He wasn't like the greatest one, but you thought, you know what, he does a job for us. There we go, share link, copy, and hopefully I can just copy that into the description. Right now though, I'm just feeling a bit blind. Here we go. Is it there or not? No. Okay, let's try it again. You will copy. There we go. Are you on there? Yeah. Oop. So we'll go here. Hiya. Yeah, is there any chance I can bring you back? I'm just in the middle of something.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No.
Okay, see you later.
See you, bye. There we go. Okay. I'm actually on track now. I've got caught up with everything. There we go. And I'll pop it in there as well. Right, that was a bit more than I was expecting. So... they're all refreshed. Can you see Fletcher there? Whew, 69. Bojan's coming to the team just by default. Wow. This is why we need reinforcements. Okay, so in real life, Bojan won't come straight in. It'd be McLean. Bojan would be on the bench. Work that way. VG, what's going on, JJ? I'm alright. How about you, VJ? VG even. I've got to get used to that. VG. I don't know why, but my tongue wants to say VJ. Yeah, that's alright. Let's go. Just in between games. Was that Jess? No, that was another friend I've got. I've been waiting for a phone call offer and I keep, well, not dodging it, but I've had to this time. If I hadn't got videos due here, I would have done it. Hey, what's going on here with this message retracted nonsense? What's that goal news? Oh, I know what you're talking about there. That's essentially so that if you're playing it, you won't just have ideas of how the other games are in the career, you've got them. I reckon we'll beat Millwall 3-1 tomorrow. I'm going to say Pugster will like you for that, VG. I'm going to say he's had a little go at me for going for 1-1. Let's get the game going.
Hi there, everybody. It's Martin Tyler here, welcoming you to this match from the Stoke City FC Stadium. And it's our match today, Stoke City against Middlesbrough. The team that's hosting the match today
Let's get the game going.
incentive the victory. Possible that if they do win this match,
Just multitasking a second, folks. Sorry about this.
they would want to be, they could end the
Then say, it is nice to hear some people are actually optimistic. I mean,
Very consistent
I was very much like that when I first got into football. I think the last year or so has just really brought me a bit of realism back.
Part of the position, and he feels maybe that he's not what he was.
The Stoke City team, here it is for you. One thing to look out for from this team today is the way they try and win the ball back. Then second from losing it.
Yeah, they don't do it individually. They get backed up by they hunt for facts. You've got to do that. They do it with discipline.
There we go. Oh, there. I feel better now. I've got that hoodie off.
Shaky in recent games. Johnny Howson starts. The player struggling for form.
And here is just the one main attacker in this lineup.
Oh, I did press through ball then. It didn't do it.
Proper clearance.
It must have been a heavy touch or something. It just couldn't play it.
Looking to use the full
Again?
in this attack.
I was trying to play. What's his face in? Berahino.
Martina.
Matebo.
Hang on. Why is my.
Cleared his lines.
The throw here.
I've got to try it here. And
We've got Martina.
alright, I need to know if that's actually working or not. Yeah, so it is working. Triangle is, the buttons are working on my controller. So why is it letting me play a through ball? Is it the wrong settings? Like, am I on the wrong controller set? One button. Classic, right, there we go. Well done, Thomas. I would not have known that, I've got to say that. What is one button? Is it a case that you can do everything with X or something? I've never seen that. Honestly, I thought my controller had broke. VG, I hope Gary Wright will sign 2 defenders, maybe a full-back and centre-half, and 1 goal scorer to strengthen the team and push us off to the playoff spots. What do you reckon? I really hope we get the centre-half. I think we need that just to give competition there. A full-back... I wouldn't complain, but I don't think it's a priority. I think get someone who can play on the left wing, preferably a right footer to complement Ince on the right as a left footer, and then the centre off. If we got 2, they'd be the 2 for me. Anything else around then, like you, I'd go for a full back, and a goal scorer wouldn't hurt. But I think the winger and the centre off are the big ones for me. Pugster, isn't it just past? That's what I do anyway. Well, yeah, I'll be honest, if that's what you mean, you just press pass, fair enough. It's meant to be dark, that is not realistic. Yeah, I've got to agree, it's it never seems to get the time of day right on here. FYI, if I concede a goal doing this, I'm going to be naffed. That's it. Let's just keep the ball a second.
Martina.
It's very much Stoke this, trying to go back to the goalie, but oh, come on, really? VG, fair enough, yeah, I agree. I mean, don't get me wrong, if we got more than 2, I definitely think we should try and strengthen up front or in midfield as well, or, there are plenty of areas we do need to strengthen. I think full-back is just... It's not the biggest priority, because I think Peters is actually playing well right now, touch wood, which is my table, and I'm thinking, if he gets injured, we have got Martin's injured, we've got Klukas, we've got Martina who can play there, and if it's right back, we've got Bauer and Edwards as well, so even though they might not be great options, they probably would get us through a season.
Room for the cross.
As far as the other options, though, I think that's why I prioritise, and we need to get more competition.
Away, and that's what you have to do. Woods. Cuco Martina.
Whatever division I've looked at, when there's been a side looking for promotion or looking for to actually push on the second half, you strengthen your weakest areas, and for me, it's got to be the defence. I mean, just think, if we hadn't have had the poorest defence the last 3-4 weeks, instead of getting 4 or 5 draws, we might have had 4 or 5 wins. So yeah,
Middlesbrough want. Well, if they're going to get it, they're going to have to play very well.
however we do it, I'd love it if we could strengthen.
That can invite pressure.
I just saw yours about Che Adams, hang on.
Between them and the goal, but they've still got the ball. Woods. Oh, it could be on. It's a shot.
Yeah. What about Che Adams? Weren't we going to do something with him in January? I heard that. I mean, I would be against Che Adams. If anything, he was one of those few players who you always used to see scoring, so I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind him. But it went a bit quiet. It might just be how January window rumours go, but yeah, I think it's a wait and see, that one.
Shots on here. Shot blocked here.
Okay, that was unrealistic.
Stoke City, more than useful at the moment, and they're hoping to get another victory here. Played very well last time.
Ooh.
Away victory against Bristol City.
Yeah, impressive in that 3-1 win, but might have to settle for a draw here.
Aidan Flint, who wouldn't have taken him at Stoke? Every time I see him play for Middlesbrough, which isn't a lot, I'll admit, but every time I do, it makes me want to cry. Not a deep, sorrowful one, but just enough to make me go, oh.
Here comes the support. Bit of space to go forward into with the ball.
He got his man. It looked a certain goal until the defender managed to get some contact. That's just.
Ooh.
But that is top defending.
They've got some room out here in the wide position. Downing.
Just in a few comments. Just go wait for the ball and get under control. Ooh, I think Williams took one for the team then. Meant to say one day CDM and one CAM. Yeah, I mean, I think the midfield's going to need competition at the very least, because we're getting rid of Fletcher and Adam by the sounds of it. Vaux, Brown, Jack Colback, I think any one of them would actually be an option. I mean, Brown, I think, would be my top pick. He just, if I remember him right, he was in a good age range, so that'd be one thing. Vaux didn't seem bad, although I think the question mark I'd raise there is, has he done well enough at Rotherham to sort of warrant going up? Because, you know, that's what I go out for, that they'll push us up to the playoffs at the least. So yeah, I think it's a sign that the midfield needs replacing. You know, when you've got two players in, Fletcher and Adam, you've got Bojan, Afolaju's never playing. They all need taking out and replacing. It's an engine that's broke.
Off his line, and he can kick it away.
And those players you've all mentioned, they wouldn't be bad, just in the sense that we have got good options already, so it wouldn't be that bad in the sense that it's competition rather than replacements. You know, if you got someone, say, from the Premier League, like, I say that and then suddenly I have to think of a Premier League midfielder. I know we wouldn't leave Palace, but check Kyoto, for instance. You know, he'd be a good option down it for us, but you bring him in and suddenly it's like, well, who's he coming in for? Whereas you bring someone from a team lower down to us, it doesn't matter if they start every week. Ben Pearson, I remember him, I'm just trying to remember, is that Preston again? Because Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because I think we were after him in, well, supposedly anyway, we were after him in the summer. I did actually like the sound of him because it's a silly reason, but I remember he used to play for, or he came through United's youth system, and whenever they come through, I always keep an eye on where they go because I think Stoke at one point really had a good flow of United youths. Like we had Dan Eganboth and Danny Pugh, Michael Tong. You know, even if they didn't go all the way through, it was like there was a bit of a connection between them all. So I do keep an eye on their youth teams just for that reason, in case of, you know, maybe there are one or two you could sort of lure to one team. So yeah, Pearson's definitely one I've kept my eye on over the years, even if it's just, you know, odd news reports here and there. I'd certainly be up for it. Might be easier to get him now than the summer, if considering they haven't had a great season. Imagine if we re-signed Enzonzi. I would be jumping for joy, I tell you. Especially considering Roma haven't done that bad. It's not impossible. Highly unlikely, but not impossible. Enzonzi would do wonders for the Championship, but we all know he wouldn't join, but it's a good question. I mean, I'll tell you what. If it was possible, I'd throw out every penny we've got at it. Go and say he could boss our midfield. And it's not to say that the midfielders we've got are doing bad at the moment, it's just that he would literally add such a different element to the midfield, it'd be wow. He could have Shawcross had a testimonial. Are you thinking again about... It's Onzi there, because we're going to say, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm actually wondering when Ryan's going to have it, because when Glenn left, I was thinking, would he hang around for 6 months so he could get one, but obviously he went straight to Villa. But it wouldn't surprise me if we didn't try and offer a farewell for him at the same time, you know, even if it's just a case of, right, well, I don't know, we'll have it this Ryan Shawcross team versus the Glenn Whelan team or something. But yeah, Ryan's got to have a testimonial soon enough, you'd have thought. I'm surprised it took so long with Wilco. What are your thoughts on that £5,000 fine for doing something to the ref? I'm trying to think which ref it is. Oh, do you mean like the Villa game? Or the supposed bad... not controlling the players? I'm going to say, because if that was it, I saw the incident and I thought, really? We didn't control the players? It was just Ryan and Eck going around, and I think maybe... I can't remember who the other one was, but I know it was only 2 or 3 at most, and one was the captain, one was the offender, so it was a bit harsh. Did feel like they just wanted to set an example. It's no surprise, because that tends to happen with Stoke, but still it's annoying. But yeah, I am surprised by that. If it had been another team, I'm not sure it would have happened, put it like that. If it had been like, say, a Bournemouth, I know that's Premier League again, but, you know, just in the sense of they are considered like the popular team, you know, no one wants to say anything bad about them. I'm not exactly sure what the Championship version of that is. I haven't seen the well-liked team at this league. Maybe it's Villa. I've got to admit, I didn't have anything bad to say about Villa, so maybe it's them. Oddly enough. Ooh. Ryan? Well, Peter said Sand was being held that and the foul on their last goal. Maybe should have been 2-0. Yeah, we were unlucky. There's no denying that. I know Asidi is still a footballer for the Dutch League or another, I don't know, but if he came back to Stoke, press F to hear his backs for each club and defence. I'll admit, Asidi, he was one who I had little hope for when he got here. He proved me wrong when he had a good season in the end for us, but then he sort of went back to what I thought he'd do for his second season, so never before and never since has there been a weirder story as far as a footballer. But yeah, it would be interesting if he wanted to come down again. Probably get better paid than the Dutch League. I think the fact he can't get into an FC20 team that suffered relegation though might be a sign of where he is right now. It's a shame with that pace. He could tear this league up. Ooh, back pass. Goal line decision on that. Not that it was a goal. FIFA should introduce testimonials in youth games. It would be fun. I know there's a big cry for youth games. And I've got to admit, I'd like that. I dislike that in the player career mode you have to start as a 21-year-old. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be a bit awkward starting as a 26-year-old like myself, but equally I wouldn't mind trying to have like a Didier Drogba career, you know, in the sense of a late start. I know it wasn't that late, but, you know, it isn't impossible either. Alright, I've got to change things. It's 15 minutes and I'm not willing to lose 2 on the bounce. Well, no, I didn't. I beat Bristol. Still, I've lost 2 out of 3 if that's the case. Let's go 4-2-4. Take Woods off. And Crouch or Phobie? That's a tricky question. But me, you know, I'm going Crouch because I think he can win dead. It's as simple as that. So give that a go, and bring Bo on for Peters. If he was a bit younger, like 25 years now, it's 29, nearing 30 or something. I've just seen yours as well, Thomas. Is Jack the longest serving player after Shawcross, or is it Adam? I would say it's Adam because he came at the start of season 5 in the Prem. Tony Pulis' last, whereas Jack signed in that January. So, yeah, it's Ryan, Adam, then Jack. After that, though, I'm not sure. Because even he's still technically on our books, so Jeff Cameron's up there as well. Because I think he'd be here longer than Adam. I suppose if you leave the club, you counter stops, if you want to call it that, but Middlesbrough aren't on the ball, Martin. Oh, come on. Oh, I was that busy looking at runners, I forgot to actually keep an eye on the ball. Oh, if he was a bit younger, like I'm a bit confused what he meant there, VG. Sorry, I don't know which player it was. Is that Adam? Or just want to go up see if we can have VAR. And other reasons, of course. Was that? Oh, Crouch. Right. I forgot about Crouchy as well. Damn. Yeah, so Crouchy's the second longest. I forgot all about him.
Very impressive, the support for this team.
I do hope he doesn't go, I'll admit.
Themselves
I know
doing their bit.
we're likely to have a bit of a clear out, but I hope he's one that escapes it.
Looked a certain goal until the defender managed to get some contact. That's just instinct, but that is top defending.
And I'm done here.
Oja. James McLean.
Yeah.
And the whistle.
Oh, Asaidi. I'll admit, I didn't know his age. I knew
Dismal feeling that
I knew his age sort of when he was at the club, but I've just completely lost track of him as a player. So it's like you don't keep up with the age. But yeah, it's surprising to think he's that old. To be fair, I mean, Arnie's getting on now, isn't he? He's probably about. Hang on, he was 25 when we signed him, so he's going to be 30 now, surely, or coming on it. That's quite a lot for what West Ham paid, 25 mil. Yeah, let's avoid internationals. 80 when the ref blows up on the attack. Yeah, it's annoying. I mean, it does happen in the European competitions, but in domestic they tend to leave it, don't they? Well, I'm just looking at the table and it's not great where I am, don't get me wrong, but I'm 4 points off the top, 3 points off second, so it's not easy, but I can get in there at least. Just need to start getting me games back. Let's swap the squad again because that Allen injury's mucked things up a little. Yeah, put Allen out and put Bow on the bench. Yeah, I think that'll be fine from there. Is that Asaidi 29? Yeah. Remember Moyes went mental one time. Is this with Arnie, you mean? I'll admit, Moyes going mental, it doesn't ring a bell. The one thing I actually remember Moyes for, which is silly, is when he was at United and they were playing Fulham. And I just remember this game for the fact that United team, they must have sent in 70, 80 crosses to me thoughts during the game. Not a single one hit the target. You look at it and you go, Moyes, that's not working. And he didn't change it all game, and you're thinking, that Mullenstein, he got the sack a couple months later, and yet he managed to outwit him. I don't know. It's where football amuses me. Was Edward still injured? Okay. Oh, hang about. If I'm going to do it legitimately, how it would be in real life, I need to put a youth player on the bench, so Tyrese, you're up. Oh yeah, of course, Arnie. I've heard about him getting the Austrian Player of the Year. I thought that was I thought that was likely to be him. I can't really name a lot of Austrian footballers who've done well. I mean, Christian Fuchs a few years ago would have got it. Well, you'd have thought anyway. And then you've got David Alaba, but by his standards, I think he's had a quiet year. When you think as well, he's a left back, so yeah, it's not easy to get Player of the Year in that position. I can't really think of any more Austrians. It's a pretty easy award to win, I guess. Just make sure you beat Alaba and you're fine. Why is Adam in the under-21s? Are you talking about here or in real life? Because here it's just because I can't shove him in the first team, and in real life I think it's just because they need to get in game time. whenever he is picked. I don't think he's played for the under-21s or 3s for a while. I mean, there is a rule where you can play a certain number of overaged players. It's how come Hogard always seems to get game time, but I don't really buy into it.
This is the way Nottingham Forest are going to go into
It's all to replace the old reserve team structure.
4-5-1 formation, which can look a bit negative.
Yeah, but you look at the players in that five, that midfield five, and I think a couple
Ooh, I'm going to concede here.
The shot gets blocked.
Maybe not, but I felt that was a bit too close. That's it, Jack. Calm him down. Not like that.
Ashley Williams. Woods. It really is shaping up to be a fantastic season. So much competition. Lovely ball.
Ooh, come on. Didn't I get a touch there? Ooh.
Slid in. That's not back.
I don't know why I cry for penalties, because I can't score them. I've scored one free kick in this time, and I'm like, wow.
Far too close. Across.
I think we should play that other keeper Ogard. It's so bad. I just wouldn't put him anywhere near the team. If either Butland or Federici get an injury, we should sign another goalie.
Well, the referee has
It's as simple as that.
blown for the free kick. I don't think he's going to produce the yellow card.
It's why I appreciated last season, because we had Grant as a backup,
But not much of it.
but maybe I'm getting my ears mixed up now I'm saying it. No, I'm getting my ears mixed up because it was the year before I was thinking of, where we had Given as a backup as well. You know, that was a good pool, Grant, Butland and Given. Because Given was at that right age where he didn't really want game time, but he was happy to collect his check. That's sort of what we need.
Looking to
An able third choice, but not someone you want to call on.
just working away to try and find an opening. And the defender has blocked the cross. He's done it well. Shot's on.
I mean, I keep looking at the English goalkeepers who are on loan in the Championship, and there's a few there who I think maybe they could do a job. You know, it's like Leeds got that Jamal Blackman on loan. I know he's injured now, but you think, would that have been a good option for us?
Put in from the wide area.
I think you like that Bailey Peacock Farrell, don't you, Pugster? But yeah, it's how I look at it. There are options, and you think it'd be nice if we could just get a good third choice in. Either someone young who's happy to wait for Butland to move on, or someone a bit older who's just happy to collect the check.
It's a very good interception. Quick-witted.
I mean, tomorrow's opponent's Millwall. There's a goalie there, Ben Amos, and I think, well, he has been a first choice goalie at a few clubs, but obviously he's been demoted at Millwall, and you think, well, I think he's been demoted anyway. You just look at it and you go, right, well, would he be happy being a second or third choice at a club like ourselves rather than not? Yeah, Adam Bogdan, he'd be a good option. You know, again, you wouldn't want to call on him, but you think if you had to, he's played regularly for Bolton. He was a backup at Liverpool. You think he could do a job.
The ball's gone out for a throw. Fox. Sarifa. Jack Colback.
It is where the Federici signing was good at the time. I wasn't convinced because I thought, are we keeping or getting rid of Butland? And you're signing Federici and you're thinking, you aren't getting him to be number one, are you? So, luckily we didn't, but yeah, there was a bit of panic when we got him in.
Around in the middle. Got his shot off now. It's a drive. Front power, but off target.
Yeah, look, he didn't quite get set for that one.
Ooh. I mean, if I'm right, hasn't Peacock Farrell also played for Northern Ireland now? So that'd be another. You know, if you wanted to try and get a new goalie, he would sort of have the competition edge. You could say, well, yeah, Jack wants to play for England, he wants to be number one, but we've also got a Northern Ireland number one. So, you know, that'd be another option. Leeds wouldn't sell, but that's all, like, if we got promoted or didn't, you know. Offside. Yeah. Stoke's number 32, best keeper in England, by virtue of never playing. Have you seen any of his performances when he was at Reading? He pretty much single-handedly cost Reading a place, if I'm right, in an FA Cup final because of poor goalkeeping. He's definitely just an able deputy. Can cover for a game or two if Jack needs a rest, or well, not a rest, but if he needs to recover from an injury or whatever. But anything longer than a week or two, he wouldn't be ideal. Well, I think the game against these of all teams, when he played them in the cup, I think he made at least one mistake in that game. Fulham would be a good shout. I mean, if I'm right, he's not even second choice at Spurs now, is he? I think the only thing going against Fulham is that, I feel silly for saying this, but it's like, you want someone with that age, but I think he'd want the game time as well, and you couldn't really... If he was willing to come, it'd be a good option, but it's like, would he? I like the name. I'd definitely go for him if he was up for it. If anything, I'm surprised how well that Gazaniga's done. I remember when he signed for Tottenham and I thought, really? You know, Southampton didn't want him, but suddenly he's back up at Tottenham. It's like, fair enough. Hands up if you had a bad half there. Now let's bring a phobia on. Heavy touch. Yeah, I mean, it's like I say, he can... I'd wager him to have one good game every couple of games, you know, but I think he's more likely to have more clangers than wows. It's a bit of a shame we didn't go for that Alex McCarthy when we were in the Prem. Forster, yeah. Eaton, yeah. I think Eaton would be the trickier one as far as first team football goes. But I think with Forster, at the very least, you could say if Jack goes, you've got a chance to not only play again, but you could also get back in the England frame if you play well enough. Go and say, oh, I've just seen if Jack went. So yeah, I think that's definitely a shout. I mean, I think Heaton wouldn't be a bad shout even now because he's got Nick Pope alongside him, and you're thinking, yes, he isn't guaranteed game time if he comes here, but the age is he going to get that at a lot of clubs? And at the very least, he could at least compete with the current number 2 for England, rather than competing with Hart and Pope. When you think they've got Anders Lindegaard as well, that's another option if you wanted a backup. Thomas Kuszczak. A few of them just dotted around the two leagues that you think, okay, they could do a job.
Nottingham Forest now in possession.
David Stockdale.
They're looking to make the change.
Yeah, we were on the right wavelength there. Anderson, I think you're talking about the Sheffield United one. I like the look of him.
Fox. Ball goes in. Matebo. Well, we're 2/3 of the way through the 90 minutes. Half an hour to go. Attacking well here.
Oh, wrong way.
A little bit better than this if they're going to make progress, isn't it, straight away? Fox. Jack Colback.
Considering Forest are top of the league in this save, they aren't really impressing me. And I know that's bound to be said before they score a goal, but
It's a good cross.
I was expecting
Well away.
more than just blocking me. You know, I was expecting chances, and I don't feel I've been too threatened.
Now it goes into the wider areas where they've got a winger waiting. Now he's looking for support. Trying to find a way through here. Probing away. You can put them in
Oh, ha ha ha. I think we should sign Tom Pope. I think you got your first names mixed up. We were talking about goalies, and Nick Pope might have popped in your head. I will try and correct it for you. Otherwise, we've got a non-prolific forward who wants to show off his abs at the first mention of him being overweight. Ooh, okay. This guy should bring back that fan transfer thing. You talking about like on transfer deadline day when they'd have the fans around like the club, or are you talking about something else? Because if that's the case, I don't know for certain what that was. Ents, how about you run forward? This is when the game gets to me again, because it's like, I did say to Ince, right, pass the ball and run forward, and he just stands there. Oh, really? Really, really? Is Shrek on this year? Haven't seen it for that long.
They've got to keep the shape. It's not time to throw the centre half and a couple of people forward yet, but we're approaching that moment.
Timely challenge. Matebo.
Again, Ince just standing there, you know, and I'm thinking, I'm telling you, push forward.
Great team play, Alan. This isn't it? Everyone wants the ball.
Yeah, the movement off the ball gives the man in possession 2 or 3 options every time.
Matebo.
Oh, I was hoping for a run again.
Getting the ball back and
Come on.
straight away. Now a chance to get a bit of width in
Well, there's one thing, having a phobia up front, it's a bit of height.
Still got a bit to do, but this is promising. Shot up. This could bring them level.
Right, 5-4-1. Let's have it flat. Phobia up front, Lucas Berahino can be the one to go off. Etebo there. Let's bring on Martin Zindi and last sub. Let's make it count. Okay, let me just catch on the messages. Tom Pope, did he get a boot for that? Don't think so. If anything, I think he just lifted it up rather than taking it off. Where they had the draw for a budget for a transfer derby. Oh, I remember that, because if I actually remember the Shackle one, because weren't they under an embargo and it was the idea that they managed to just essentially get a free player? Yeah, I like that. That was good. Yeah, probably cost them too much. That's probably what did it. I mean, Shackle is now at Lincoln, if I'm right, or somewhere like that. But at the time, he was a cracking signing for him. Because he just got relegated with Burnley, if I remember right, as well. So, yeah, it would be good if they bought that back. It'd be very interesting if Stoke were in the draw. You reckon there'll be a red card tomorrow? But hopefully not for us. I could see a lot of Yallas. You know, if you're going on a betting site and you saw good odds on yellow cards, I would go for it. Because I'm Richards as well. Oh, did they get him as well? God, I haven't heard his name in years. Last I heard of him, he was, I think, on loan at West Ham or something and went back to Turkey. That was like in their really weird phase when they were just signing forwards left, right and centre, just try and find one who will score more than one. I was... I was just about to curse again. My memory isn't doing great, but after Middlesbrough and Forest, didn't we have an international break? So there can't be that many left now. Is it QPR actually? Yeah. Light at the end of the tunnel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh god, I was left with a load last night. I feel horrible for last night because it was an in-law of sorts who came round. It was just to give us some Christmas presents. Well, a present. You know, and it's like, okay, it's nice of you to come round. But equally, it's like, couldn't you come in the middle of the day when, you know, people sort of do drop by? Not the middle of the night when everyone's probably getting ready to get tucked up in bed. I don't know. Let's see if we can train Fletcher a bit because he is just miles off the pace. Crouch and Adams managers in the future. I wouldn't go against Crouch. I think he's definitely got it in him. I mean, I'm saying that and just immediately picturing a disaster. I don't know why, but yeah, I think Crouch has somehow picked up a load along the way. Adam, I think he'd make a good coach. You know, I can imagine him being one of those who doesn't really come in front of the cameras, but he speaks a lot. He does the nitty gritty on the direct training ground. I can imagine that. I wouldn't be against him being involved, but to be honest, if either of them got in ahead of the likes of Liam Lawrence, Ricardo Fuller, you got Wilco, any of those who across the years had said, "Can I stay involved?" and the club said, "No, we're not interested," then I would be asking questions, because especially Matty Everington, he seemed really upset that we didn't offer him a chance. I mean, I don't think he's doing bad as Peterborough's youth coach, and you're thinking it would have been nice if we could have given him a shot. I mean, Ricardo Fuller, just give him to the forwards. Let Rick just say, right, this is what I'd do in those shoes. You never know. Someone like a Phobie, you can imagine a Phobie really reacting well to a bit of freedom training, but then again, they'd have thought Kevin Phillips would have done something, so maybe I'm just talking nonsense. That's what I was doing. Squad up. -1. -1. -1. -2. -1. -1. -1. -1. All players near or coming close to 30. It's a bug in the game at the moment where anyone at that age is declining immediately, even if they're playing. And yeah, it's frustrating to watch, because Fletcher's not great now, but he should be at 70 at least. Phillips and Fuller Dream Team. Yeah, I mean, I think if anything, they're two different types of finishers, and if you were to say to a young striker especially, right, how do I finish this chance, or what, I don't know what they'd ask, but, you'd think Phillips is the one who I'd picture as the poacher. He's in the box, he knows how to position himself. And then you've got Rick, who is more of a, how do I take a man on? And I think for someone like Therese Campbell especially, that'd be great. Having those two there sort of going, right, well, I'd do it this way, but I'd do it this way as well. So I think it'd be fun to see, but again, for whatever reason, Stoke are just stuck in the mud when it comes to offering former players roles. Eek. Any idea which kit to choose? Because I remember doing the video for this and thinking, there's no right answer. What did QPR wear in real life? They wore red, the blue. Okay, we'll go with blue. And they've all had rest, so shouldn't be that bad. Let's put Martin Zindy in for a game. They're still out injured. Yeah, it's been a tough time to be a forward at Stoke the last couple of years, and you think we are scoring more now. I mean, the Twitter page actually made a point of that, saying that we've scored two in each of our last 5 games. So you would like to think we're improving, but it's getting to a point where we need to score 3 just to keep out there too.
From the Stoke City FC Stadium. This is our match today. It's Stoke City against Queen's Park Rangers. Stoke City have made one change. Jack Butland starts in goal. Eric Peters starts with Cuco Martina in the fullback positions. Thomas Ince starts. He was man of the match last time out. Saido Berahino is the main striker today. Well, this is the Queen's Park Rangers lineup.
Well, we think, Alan, it'll be a 4-5-1 formation, which can look a bit negative.
Yeah, but you look at the players in that 5, that midfield 5, and I think a couple at least will be trying to support the lone gunman.
Ooh.
Gonna try his luck. Well, they've broken through. The celebrations reflect that. Supporters are going crazy.
Annoying as anything.
For the team.
Who was that? Samir Ahmed.
Goalkeeper almost got there, but it wasn't a strong enough touch.
It's my own fault that. I'm not blaming the game. That is just bad on my part.
So the first goal is 1-0. Martina. Ince. Woods. Matebo. It's Cuco Martina. Building steadily here, keeping possession. Could have got through there, but the defender was absolutely on top of his game. Jeff Cameron. Rangel.
Jeff shouldn't be playing in this game.
Mistake really. He didn't even ask too much of the opponent. It's just a mishit pass. Jeff Cameron.
Lasai, I just come say hello, JJ. Do you stream FIFA tomorrow too? At this rate, I might be. I saw I've got about 6 games to go to finish what I need to do, so I might have to do one tomorrow. I hadn't planned to, but I might need to just do it to get it out of the way.
Freeman. Camera. Moving the opposition around with their play, these two players. Woods.
Ooh, bad, bad, bad.
Position saw the pass coming.
It was a bad, bad ball.
Jeff Cameron.
Yeah, don't mess about, Jeff.
Back with an interception. Advantage here for Queen's Park Rangers. Taking on the defenders. That's offside. Referee has stopped.
But yeah, I'm likely to do a stream tomorrow.
Favourite referees, and he's done well here, hasn't he? He's come back and
Next time we stream FIFA, can we play some matches against? Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is if I'm doing it tomorrow, I don't know what time I'll be doing it because I haven't really worked out what's going on tomorrow. But if it's
on the attack.
a case of early enough, then yeah, because I can manage to do what I need to do and have a game.
This could be the leveller.
That was just too easy. I didn't even push for that.
Fantastic from the neutral point of view that the game is level again. It is level. Both sides have scored here now. Camera. Jeff Cameron. That's cut out.
Ooh, bad ball. Yeah, nearly made something of it.
Cameron. Completely intercepted.
I think that's a fair oh, Seals eye. Oh. I think that's a fair point about Stoke that with conceding that many that a fullback can get to. And a fullback at that who doesn't score goals at that rate.
Luke Freeman. There's going to be a throw in after that tackle. Jeff Cameron. Camera. The pass not completed really. Ince. Matebo. Well, here comes the support.
Oh, come on.
Now the shot. Good stop by the goalkeeper. Well, this is. They've got to defend properly against it. In goes the corner. Well, that's good defending. Shots on here. And that's straightforward for a goalkeeper of this calibre. Joel Lynch. Jeff Cameron. This is an exercise in patience. They try to get an opening.
I think I'd have got torn apart in real life there.
Soon and the opposition able to deal with that.
was defending like the Fulham player at the weekend. Alan Shearer and Danny Murphy tore him apart.
Looking to use the full width of the pitch in this attack.
He's got support here, using his physical power to protect the ball.
Then in the shot.
Ooh, should have done more.
Exposed.
Cameron. Freeman. Cameron. Rangel.
Ooh, come on. Let's have a break.
Probing with the pass. Just the keeper to beat. Can he do it?
Oh, aye.
Quickly. It's Stuka Martina. Compliment the defender, but not the player trying to cross it.
Alright, again, not a great half.
1-1. Well, this is the second half now, and it's underway.
Nice bit of footwork from the attacker. He was
Oh, you.
What a lovely set finish.
Ah. Hey.
Stoke City trail here then. James McLean. Got the opposition backpedaling a little bit. Chance to put it in the box from here. Throw in here. Got his foot in to cut out the pass. Luke Freeman. Cameron. Hemed. Able to cut that out with sharp movement.
Come on, push up a bit.
Woods.
No.
Read the play well to intercept. Freeman. Cameron. Jeff Cameron. Gives it away. Good work, really.
Alright, I've got to make a change. This is just not working. I say it like that, and I know that it doesn't mean changing it will have an impact, but you can't leave it. Easiest sub to make.
Direction of the pass. Jeff Cameron. He's coming forward with some danger. Patience is the name of the game at the moment. Well, they look promising there in that wide area, but the defender's done well. Wood.
Come on, push up a little. Means every time I lose the ball, it's like that.
Cameron. Hemed. And shoots. That's Butland's the goalkeeper with a simple stop. Plenty of width for the team to attack into. Cleared away by the defender. Freeman. Cameron. Prepared to just pass the ball around in their own half, winning the game as the scoreline tells you.
See, I always send it far because I think I'd rather play a deep ball than have it just collected by the goalie. The trouble is, it never seems to get where I want it. Partly because Ince isn't that great at coming for headers.
Chance for the cross. Good place to win the ball here. The shot's off. Great work by the goalkeeper.
Oh, I'll take these off a minute.
Sure he protected it.
I was wearing these this afternoon, so it's just giving me a bit of a headache now having them on all most of the day.
Trying to stretch the opposition using the wider areas here. Not very easy for the goalkeeper there.
Ooh, do. Come on.
Dangerous looking attack, but nothing came of it. Shot off! Hit it. Was not very true.
So I hammered off and I'm guessing Wowell's on.
James McLean. Just over quarter an hour left on my watch.
75th minute.
Busy on the bench. The change is going to
Could be too late to get anything yet. Although it would be nice if it was a 2-2 draw.
Camera. That's lovely passing this. They're knocking the ball around with such confidence.
Gets the
Oh
understanding
dear.
between those players down there. They seem to be reading what each is going to do before they've done it.
A missed here. Saw the pass coming and got there first. Well, there's a big support here for them. Those supporters want to see just a little bit more in the time that remains.
Well, there's always pressure on you when you're playing.
Come on, runners.
Whereas your own fans and the players have shown a few nerves out there today. They've got to lose those.
Queen's Park Rangers are certainly settling to hold what they have. Your thoughts on that, Alan?
Well, I know in some parts of the world they call this tactic lock-up shot. We know it more as parking the bus, but it's the same end result. Just try and see this one out defensively.
Down now to the last 6 minutes. Jeff Cameron. Room now out on the wing.
Oh, really?
Owen now. Time for some fresh legs here.
Well, I don't think 2 subs can change this, so it's gone, but I see if fresh legs will help at the very least.
Jeff Cameron. A bit predictable with the passing and the opposition able to deal with that. Slid through.
My bad.
Still, as we are on the scoreline, but there's still time, even this late in the game, for a twist to the tail. And the verdict on added time is 2 minutes.
2 minutes again.
Here, those fans certainly doing the bit to spur their team on for an equaliser.
Clock running down as they try to run forward to get into goal scoring position.
I don't know. Wouldn't mind, I let him in there. That was my fault with the opening goal. How long have I been doing this? Nearly 2 hours. We're not on track. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about your goals. Home versus Derby. Okay then. Let's get that going. Come on, let's go beat. Who am I playing? Derby. Oh, this could be fun. If it's anything like the one I played in the vlogcast.
And this is our match today. It's Stoke City against Derby County. The Stoke City team. Here it is for you. And shoots. That's a corner.
This could be a long game.
Trying to catch the opposition out with a short corner.
Davis.
Steered through.
Bounce back off the post.
Break quickly when they get possession. Fine margins down there.
Threads it through. Saw the corner, went for it.
Not bad.
Well out.
Hey, no problem, Pugster. I lost to QPR, so you didn't miss much.
McLean. It's a neat pass.
That's even better play to stop the chance.
Well, they managed to get out of harm's way then, because it looked as though there was going to be some real damage done to them. That will be a corner. The referee has given a corner here.
This was an amazing night. Felt proud to be a Stoke supporter.
Spectacular.
Oh, the Derby game. Yeah, I'd say it's the best game we've had in quite a long time.
Here goes the corner. Opting to punch that corner away. Poor attempt at a pass, really. Good vision here.
He's in here.
Here's the
Oh,
real opening to the limits here.
Yeah, I don't think he's
oh man,
through the view.
that was just bad. I'm hoping I can get a good result here just to match that because, you know, it was a good night.
Could be his game today, the way he's been playing recently.
Well, he's creating goals and fun. 7 so far. The leader in the league in those stats.
Far too close. Across to the keeper. Tebbe. That's his game, isn't it?
Wowzer.
Joe Ledley. Trying to find an opening. Not panicking. Going for goal! Referee points for a corner.
I've just told Lasai about a game. You know, he said on Discord about it anyway. That Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 is the only game I've ever returned to a store, and it was that bad in the sense that I completed it in a day on hard difficulty. And I'm like,
Played in.
is that it? There's literally like 4 hours of content and you pay 30 odd quid for it.
Still some problems for
If you can get it cheap now, it's not bad, but back then it was like, really? You're ripping us off like that?
still on. Trying to thread a path through, but not successful.
I mean, if he enjoys it, fair enough, but
Wide position.
I love my Star Wars, and that's the only game I've ever returned from a Star Wars franchise for that reason.
Brilliant pass, can he finish it? He blocked that well. Cuco Martinez. Good defending when they needed it, really, because that was quite a slick breakaway. In with a chance. Got his laces behind that one.
Size the ball, but not a bad effort.
Well, we can catch up with the details of that injury from our man Jeff Shreves. Jeff.
Yes, it looked like in that last challenge he took heavy blows.
Ooh, come on. Ooh, no.
Not being taken off yet.
Jeff, thank you.
Ooh.
A bit more practice in the throwing stakes for the goalkeeper after that. Olsen. Joe Ledley. That shot's blocked very quickly. James McLean. Woods. Got the ball. They're going at
I'm getting a bit wound up now. I feel like I'm just passing around and doing nothing.
Over the touchline. Woods. Now Wilson. Oh, it could be on. Gonna try his luck. Not really tested the goalkeeper, but sometimes it can look a bit too easy. He made sure he made the save confidently.
Yeah, he did, and he doesn't make too many mistakes, this lad.
Be a throw now.
Gotta say that Wisdom wanted that ball.
Woods.
Ooh, foul, ref.
Gives it away. Well, they've got a set-piece specialist, haven't they? And this might just suit him. Good work by the goalkeeper.
On target.
Kick coming.
Bad ball.
Got the pass there. Stoke City have got great character in their play. They're going to need all of it, you feel, in this match. Maybe to be desired from that. Well, it was a foul and given the free kick.
I thought that was going to be a yellow then.
His teammates are expecting a good ball in.
Well, that's good defending.
I wonder if that Bradley Johnson's played again yet. This is about 5 games.
Shot on. It's no real test of Butland's abilities there. It's given away. Olsen. Keogh. Now Wilson. Referee deciding that there's an advantage to be played for Derby. Got the opposition backpedaling a little bit. Made the tackle. Anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene.
No, not to... Ugh. Every time you want to pass or play a through ball, it goes, no, we're not doing it that way.
Doing well to keep the ball. Joe Leslie. Keogh. A threat at the moment, but they have got the ball and that, I suppose, is a threat. Olsen. Looking to win it back.
Well, he should have got a red too. The ref was looking right at it. I agree.
Ashley Williams.
I mean, I found it funny how the Derby fans were trying to say Joe Allen should have got a red, and I'm thinking, yeah, he might have done something, but the fact is, if he did, it wasn't as blatant as what Johnson did. You know, you can't say, well, tip for tat, because the thing is, you don't know how much of a tip there was for the tat.
45 minutes to go as we start the second half.
That was the game that convinced me Sam Clucas would do as good as well.
Martinez.
He seemed to be the one who wanted to break from the midfield three and push on.
Olsen.
And to his credit, he carried on doing it.
Defending.
He scored or assisted in his next 3, if I remember right. Or scored or assisted, not scored and assisted.
Trying to cross it in the end. Bit of a waste, I think. Keep the ball here under some pressure. That's come out. They've lost the ball. The counter-attack could be there. Well, he's been in the game, hasn't he? That's the best we can say for him. Must take the lead here. Which
Ho ho ho.
They played some good football leading up to that, Martin. Thoroughly deserved that goal.
I hope he scores some more, obviously not as many as Insel Berry.
that's not gone according to the script.
It would be nice. I'm going to say,
Get forward after a lot.
I think Clucas came in and not a lot was expected of him, so I love those stories when someone comes in and surprises the masses, so the more the merrier for him. Not to mention, I don't seem to remember him scoring a lot for any club, so it would make a change for him as well. think he scored 1 or 2 for Hull.
Andre Wisdom. Here's Wilson. Whipped in from the wide area. Cleared away by the defender. Able to cut that out with sharp movement.
Ooh,
Nowhere near. He wasn't way out.
that was a bit of a thunderbolt.
Shawcross. Coming up on EA Sports, reach of the EFL Championship fixture. Stoke City, they'll be facing Reading.
Yeah, I've had supporters get excited about it, and I am as well.
Well, we're 2/3 of the way through the 90 minutes, half an hour to go. Oh, the white man can show his skills here. They've got a free kick here. Well, time is ticking away. It's time for a change, and here it comes.
Some big lads in that box.
Ooh,
Hoping not to be disappointed.
Wilson. Davis.
that screensaver you got, it was nice. A good picture of Tom Ince.
Curtis Davis. Derby about to make a substitution. So what about Derby County's next game?
Well, they're playing Swansea City in the next match in the Championship. Can't really see too much between the sides. I think it'll be close.
An incisive pass.
Come on. Ah, I knew I was going to do that. And it's like slapping yourself when you do that. Well, it's not just that. It's like knowing you're going to slap yourself and you still do it. I just said to myself, I'll try and dribble my way through the area, and I knew I wouldn't.
Chance to go at the opposition with pace.
See you later.
Slow to get back, so possibilities still on the counter-attack. All about picking the right pass now as he cuts it back. Keeper might be needed again. He didn't hang on to the ball.
Ooh, okay.
In his own penalty area, though.
Well, the keeper's just kept his team.
That's going to be a free kick.
Do you think we could beat United with the team now, like Derby did?
The referee a decision here, Alan, whether to
No.
it's an all-
And I know I'm saying that with them in a mess as well, but I'm thinking to myself, Derby won it through youth. They outran United, whereas we don't tend to do that. I would love to see a team do that, a Stoke team do that, but I don't think that's what Rowett's got in mind.
Oh, real chance here. Still a chance in there off the goal. Well, they managed
Saying that, if Solskjaer changes their style of play and makes them more energetic themselves, it might make it that a more deeper team could beat them. So I have to wait and see on that one.
Wood. So we're coming down now towards the last 15 minutes. James McLean threads it through. Played in the clear. That was a puff out your cheeks moment. And
We could win from experience. Yeah, there's always that. Like I say, I'm just thinking to myself, experience is about know-how, and for that you need a very solid defence, because then if your pace can't get you up the pitch, you've got the defence to rely on, and we haven't got that. It's a shame, but that is how I see it. I mean, might not be a long-term problem, but I just don't think it's going to go away anytime soon, at least.
got away with it. Well, Alan, it is the substitution now.
He's played really well. He's a thorn in the side of those opposing defenders and scored really well.
Ooh, faffed around a bit there.
Straight to the opposition.
And again. Might as well just gave him the ball back.
They're looking good when they get the ball out wide, as they've done here.
Yours, Jack.
Keep the ball from the moment the cross left his foot. It's been a thrilling contest, this, and we're into the last knockings of it. Good vision here.
Ooh.
Well defended, not just getting across, he thought quickly as well. Good clearance. And it's Wilson. Could be dangerous. Looking for teammates in the middle. It's not a cross that's caused the defence any problems. It's certainly not the goalkeeper. Bojan.
Yeah, Bo got really pushed off the ball there. Legally.
Saw the pass coming and got there first.
It's things like that make me wonder what might happen. Hey, Lawmeister, how you doing?
Everything was done under 2 minutes. They know the clock is against them. The opposition is doing well against them as well. Woods. Bojan.
Oh, I got the win.
City as the final whistle goes.
I'm all good. Glad it's the weekend. Same here. More for me because it means football's coming home. You know, I did enjoy the World Cup, but that did get me last year. Well, I say last year, it's still this year technically. Football's coming home. How many more have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not impossible I can do this. Just might take a while. Let's get into Reading. Let's change the away kit as well. Don't fancy wearing that. Yeah, keep the players. Might make 1 or 2 actually. Let's put in Martin Zandi for Williams. Though it's not particularly a favourite with mine, Juve on the right wing and a Phobia up front. Let's see how that gets on. Football isn't coming home for Hull. We had it a few years ago, but Arsenal cheated and stole it from us at the final. You know, I do remember that. It was... I'm just trying to remember, it was before... It was the first one they won, wasn't it? They won the one after against Villa, I think, and... Yeah, I felt sorry for Hull that year. I mean, that was actually a good team they got. You know, I'm just trying to remember it off the top of my head, but if I'm right, there was Huddleston, Davies. I can't remember who the striker was off the top of my head. But, oh yeah, Robbie Brady. You know, was that Shane Long as well when he was there as well? Either way, I do remember that whole team vaguely, and it was a good team, even though it did deteriorate quite quickly when you went down. It's a shame though, because like I say, I remember watching on and thinking, well, I hope I'll win it. I'd rather it go home there than home to London or Manchester or Liverpool. Liverpool.
The Stoke City team, here it is for you.
Okay.
Starts in goal. Eric Peters starts with Cuco Martina in the fullback positions.
You know, this kit didn't look like it clashed as much. Wow. better team early on. We're in the first 5 minutes.
Well, the keeper, he is just flat-footed, and he can only admire that, the way he's hit it first time.
Reading are in the lead.
We would have won, but there was a corner which by the end of the match the ref discovered they had to give it to Arsenal, and they scored when it should have been a Hull's goal kick. I do remember something, because didn't Mertesacker score it? Because I seem to remember it was like Mertesacker got the equaliser, and then in extra time didn't they spam you? Like they got like, if I'm trying to remember, was it Ramsey got 2 and I don't know who got the other one, but it was like suddenly they turned the game on.
Well, we all love to see powerful strikes. This was certainly one of those, finding the left-hand side of the goal.
It was ridiculous.
Well, this could be dangerous in a wide.
Ah, that's who I'm thinking of. Was it Abel Hernandez who was up front at the time? Because he was someone who a lot of Stoke supporters were looking at this year and thinking, oh, could he do a job? And then I think he put everyone off with his wages.
Woods. Time to get the ball in. Now the shot.
Oh! Alright, my mum ain't going to be happy at that one. Not a Juve fan.
An equaliser for Diop, and the keeper's diving to
Diouf.
by shooting there.
Have another peek at that goal.
Yeah, not bad. A good strike, that. We did win years ago in like 2008. I remember the cup coming down the local main road.
Every manager wants to see his team
That, if I remember right, was the playoff final. Because you got promoted the same year Stoke did. And we got up as runners-up. But I remember you beat Bristol City in the playoff final. That was one of those games I remember because I was thinking, oh, Stoke playing next season. I was so glad that Hull won it actually because Bristol City had been very close all season to Stoke, and I remember thinking, well, if they go up, then we'll have a tough time. But in fairness, Hull did well that season. They came up. I remember Phil Brown having the team talk on the pitch, but before that, fantastic football.
On to the attack now. Chance to get the ball in the box. It is a chance to relieve some of the pressure here by simply having the ball.
If I have any weird memories in relation to Hull, it's usually just to do with Hull City. It's to do with just some drab games. I remember I invited a girlfriend round to my house one time when Hull were on, and I left the match on, and I think she literally fell asleep because it was that dire a match.
Woods. In behind the defenders. He's through here. Going for goal. And that's a terrific goal to put them in front.
There we go. Simple, but I enjoyed that.
And they managed to stay on side and worked it perfectly, really.
Yeah, they did. And players of this standard should be able to work it perfectly. And the pass was released at just the right moment, taking the keeper out of the equation.
It's Reading who are behind.
Another thing about that season, because like I say, I remember Hull came up in the playoffs, but I also remember that West Brom won the title, and they weren't half jammy doing it.
The opposition using the
You know, for half of that season, I hadn't really seen them. It was us and Bristol City all the way, and then out of nowhere, they came. They had like 6 games in hand, to me thoughts.
read the play well.
I was right miffed that they won it.
Deep defending here, but he's got the ball. Got the ball and going at the opposition with speed. Woods. Matebo. Sloppy work, really.
Ooh, come on.
At the pitch.
Okay, never mind. Ah, come on, click a snap.
Hull then was a great chance, I thought, but they're safe again. Threads it through.
Okay, you've just turned me for on beans on toast.
Surely,
Ah! You can see some coming. Like that one, I was just helpless. Stop it.
well, it is really game on in this match with this equaliser. Well, I want to see this again, this goal. Two teams brilliantly matched in this contest.
Well, I've got the real life result. That's a start. No.
Quick in his movement too to intercept there. James McLean. Now the shot.
Rubbish.
The winning ticket of the football, but a couple of numbers short.
Yes, he took it early though.
Sakolahi. Leandro Bacuna. There's some potential in this move. Tackle, get possession and maybe change the emphasis of the game. They can get forward now. Interception here. Good work really to read the intention of the pass. The added time will amount to 3 minutes at least. Leandro Bacuna. And the ball knocked away long. Could get his crosses now. Should really deliver from this position. The defender in the way. James McLean. That's the referee blind for half-time. And it's
Ding, 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 ding.
start now of the second half. Tebo. Well, here comes the support. Building steadily here, keeping possession. It's a good cross. Defended well. Short cross. Tebo. He saw the look from the other player and saw where the pass was going. Read it. Duke in possession. Woods. Attacking now.
I'm not getting many options. And try and keep the ball in the midfield just because I think that's the safest place for it right now.
Can he finish? Has to get it away. Oh, they're pressing in at him.
On to Stoke City's next game, Alan. Any thoughts?
They're playing Ipswich Town in their next match in the Championship. Don't see them having too many problems.
Okay, Jackie Boyle, why don't we not punch it next time?
Made a quick interception. Good vision here. That's his game, isn't it? Intercepting. Ambiranju. Played down the wing, keeping the wide attack going. Whipped in from the wide area. Cleared away, well away from goal. Tebo. Safety first there. centre. Moore. It goes out wide again. That's well read, actually, by the defender as they look to play wide.
Not good.
Goalkeeper, he's got his shot off now. Threw everything behind that. Frustrated that it wasn't quite on target.
Well, if he keeps getting in those kind of areas, I'm sure he'll score pretty soon.
Tebo. Substitution now for the home team.
Whew. Come on.
To 10 out of 10. Certainly a candidate for man of the match. He's not going to play the whole match though. Going to be substituted here now.
Yeah, he was involved in most things that were good here for his team. Top class.
Barson. Spotted that well. Intercepted. Good position. They've worked this attack very well. To quite a dangerous position now. Thiago Ilori. Still 20 minutes to go. They might have played him in here. Looking for teammates in the middle. That was an opportunity.
Let's make a change. Lucas and Etebo are tiring. And I'll swap McLean for Campbell. Actually, let's see if that actually has an impact.
Aim to score again. Well played by the goalkeeper, who this time got the better of it.
Yeah, good use of the legs and his positioning. Really did narrow down the angle.
Kelly. Really trying to use the full width of the pitch here to make some progress. Tebo. Opportunity in a wider area. David Myler. And it's with Juve. Shots on here. That shot blocked very quickly. Poor on the ball. Leandro Bacuna. This could lead to a chance. It's good attacking play. Can put them in front here. Headed it well. Just wide.
Well, not far wide at all. Next time maybe he'll bury that.
Not much longer to go, but still time for a decisive goal. Which team's going to get it though?
I need to get up the pitch.
Good work, really, to read the intention of the pass. Chance to go into the lead now. That did look like a really
Yeah, that was
they've dealt with it.
pretty true for Juve.
Darren Fletcher. And it's Fletcher. It's Cuco Martina. Well, in it goes. And they get it away. Corner. This could be vital. And in it goes. Strong punch from the corner by the keeper. I don't know whether the managers told them to do this, but they're just defending deep. So it's the opposition, you can have the ball, you're not going to hurt this. Either way to get the
This is not going anywhere fast.
well defended, not just getting across, he thought quickly as well. 3 minutes, that's all that's left now. They're looking good when they get the ball out wide, as they've done here. Shots off! The ball's loose, goalkeeper made the save, but he couldn't hold it. Able to cut that out with some sharp movement. Cross it now, whipped in from the wide area.
I'll take that.
Nothing between these two teams.
So I've got 3 games, and I think I'm going to do them tomorrow, just for the fact that I've been on here now 2.5 hours. It won't take long, wrap it up. So yeah, 4 points off top. I can take that as well as far as positioning on table goes. You want me to win the league title, so that is important. Certainly not impossible. Okay, so I've had quite a few viewers, so thank you very much for all of you for tuning in. If you're watching this on playback, I hope you enjoyed it. Other than that, see you in another video. Bye.